Welcome to Transforming Your Church, a series of short segments on how you can do simple things to transform your church and help it to become all that God wants it to be in carrying out the mission He's called your church to have. In this segment, I want to talk about literature and particularly the GLOW Tracts. GLOW stands for Giving Light to Our World, One Page at a Time. There are 20 or so of these tracts that have all kinds of fascinating things put into them. Here's one called 2012 and the End of the World. And it's keyed off this movie that a whole lot of the world has seen that supposedly says with a Mayan calendar, the end of the world is coming in 2012. I was out jogging recently and I saw a group of about 5 high school guys hanging out in the bleachers over there by the track. And I reached into my jogging pocket because we can carry literature with us, and I saw that I had only one of these. And so I said, "Hey," and they looked down at this old man and thought, "What's he want?" And I said, "I got something for you." One of the guys came down to the bleachers and I said, "You ever heard of the movie 2012? Yeah, hey, I saw that. I believe that." Somebody else says, "I don't believe that. I saw it too." And they're starting to talk. I said, "This tells something about it." So the guy grabbed it and he scrambled on up there, and I don't know what discussion happened after that, but I know that one little piece of literature gave me an excuse to talk to somebody about the Lord and put something in their hand that they could read and share with the people around them. Here's another one called The End of the World. There's one that's called A Gift for You on the Plan of Salvation. There are lots of these, and you can get them from a number of conferences. I know that the Central California Conference has kind of initiated this program, and so you can purchase them in batches of 100. So, as a church board, I encourage you to make literature ministry among your members and yourselves a simple part of your church ministries. You see, these can be purchased for just a few dollars for a batch of 100. You can buy 1,000 of these without breaking your church budget. You can put them out on a table. You can invite people to take a batch of 100 and see if they can give them out over the next month or two. In the church that I'm pastoring right now, 16,000 of these have been taken by members just to give out in the last 2 months. It might break our budget if it keeps up like this, but we've determined that we're going to spread these like the leaves of autumn. I was standing in a pharmacy the other day picking up a few things, and they were taking passport photos there. And 3 or 4 people were waiting for the passport pictures to be taken or developed or whatever. And you know, when people are standing around, that's a great time to go up to them and say, "Hey, I have something that I think you'd find interesting." And you just hand it to them. A few of them reject it, but most of them will take it. And then I went about doing my shopping, and one of the guys came and hunted me down a few minutes later. And he said, "This is good. This is good stuff. I'm associated with a number of African churches in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and we're always trying to give out literature, and this is better than anything we've ever given out. Where can I get some of these?" And I said, "Well, right there on the back, it says glowonline.org. You can go on to that website and you can order them." And he says, "We're going to order a bunch of them." Well, you see, there are other people who have this vision, and your church can have this vision. You can assign it to the personal ministries leader or anyone on the board to be sure that these are ordered. And some of you can even reach in your pockets right now and take up an offering, and you'll have enough to order a batch that can be passed out. This is not something that you argue long and hard over the budget. Just give a little offering and get the people flowing. I've found that when your members and you as leaders begin to hand out these tracts, it gives a new boldness to sharing faith, and they begin to have conversations, and there are new people that start showing up at church because they are stronger and they're more inclined to invite. A simple idea, GLOW Tracts, that can make a world of difference in your church. But you as leaders need to lead the way. Are you willing to go for it as a church? Take up the money and place the order this week, and within the next few Sabbaths, announce it to the congregation. I encourage you to go for it and watch what God does, especially in the lives of your members.